The flight attendant's hand struck her cheek fast, humiliating public. What no one knew. The woman she slapped wasn't just any passenger. She was the billionaire who owned the plane. And the entire airline. Her cheek stung from the slap. But her pride remained untouched. Eyes turned. Mouth hung open. Not a single person moved to help. Amara Wells sat in silence. Her elegant black dress unwrinkled despite the chaos unfolding around her. She did not shout. She did not argue. She simply looked up, meeting the hateful eyes of the flight attendant with calm, steady strength. The slap wasn't about spilled champagne or a misheard word. It was about something deeper, something unspoken that had been following Amara her entire life. The color of her skin, the assumptions tied to it, the quiet wars she fought in boardrooms, on stages, behind polished doors with names plated in gold. But this was new. This was public. Across the aisle, passengers buried their faces in screens and books. A businessman tugged at his collar, pretending not to see. A couple whispered behind sunglasses. Everyone saw, but no one spoke. Amara Wells wasn't just another woman on this plane. She wasn't even just another CEO. She was the owner of the aircraft, of the airline, of the multi-billion-dollar empire whose logo graced the wings cutting through the sky at that very moment. And yet, in this tiny metal box hurtling at 30,000 feet, she was invisible. To this woman, in this uniform, with this false sense of power, Amara was nothing more than a problem to silence. The attendant's face flushed red now, not from anger, but from something colder creeping in. Recognition? Fear? No, not yet. Amara's fingers rested lightly on the smooth leather of her purse. Inside it, a simple card waited. A card that could end careers with a single call. A card marked with the emblem of her power. But she didn't reach for it. She thought instead of her father. The man who taught her to fight battles not with fists or rage, but with patience. They'll show you who they are, he once said. Wait, let them. Then show them who you are. Amara had waited all her life for people like this woman to realize who she truly was. And today, that wait would end. Minutes passed. A supervisor approached, breathless and apologetic. Behind her, the pilot watched uneasily. They knew now. A single message had moved through the crew like wildfire. The woman in 2A was not just a passenger. She was their employer's employer. The reason they had uniforms to wear and salaries to collect. The attendant's lips trembled. Ma'am, I didn't realize. You didn't need to, Amara said, her voice soft, precise, slicing through the cabin like silk. You only needed to know respect for any person, in any seat. A silence fell heavy as steel across the cabin. Heads turned again, this time not in shameful avoidance, but in quiet respect. The captain stepped forward now, bowing his head. Ms. Wells, on behalf of everyone here, we are deeply sorry. Amara stood, smoothing the lines of her dress with slow, deliberate grace. I'm not here for apologies. I'm here to remind you, power wears many faces. Sometimes it looks like the woman you thought you could humiliate. Passengers watched her pass down the aisle as if royalty had graced them. Eyes once indifferent, now softened with admiration, or perhaps relief. A woman like her carried battles they'd never see, wore scars beneath silks they'd never touch. Her, the flight attendant, stood frozen, the echo of her actions ringing louder than any word she could muster now. And somewhere in the quiet hum of engines, Amara Wells left behind not anger, but a lesson. Dignity is not given. It's never lost. It's simply remembered. Respect isn't owed to the rich. It's owed to the human. And as she stepped into her waiting car on the runway, the world tilted, ever so slightly, in favor of silent strength. There are battles fought loud, and battles won in silence. Which kind of strength do you believe changes the world? Comment where you're watching from. And if you believe dignity speaks louder than pride, subscribe for more stories that honor those who walk quietly. but leave footprints no one forgets.